Hi, today I'm going to give you a presentation over J. Crew, which is an American apparel store. I'm going to focus on their turnaround strategies and how they are staying competitive in this competitive market. First, a brief history on J. Crew. J. Crew was founded in 1947 under the name Popular Sales Club. When they began, they specialized in door-to-door sales of women's clothing. Over the years, the firm saw opportunities in catalog sales, and the company wanted to be part of that. In 1983, Popular Sales Club mailed its first 100-page catalog. As sales began to increase, Popular Sales Club changed its name to J. Crew in hopes of catching the preppy, affluent customers' attention. Many changes happened in the next few years. In 2003, the CEO, Mickey Drexler, came on board. He had a successful past with Gap, and J. Crew had hoped for the same results. Mickey rolled out a few new product lines, such as Crew Cuts, a product line for children, and a product line for weddings. The wedding line consisted of the bride could find her wedding dress. She could also find her bridesmaid's dress. She could also help her fiance find his suit or his tux, and the groomsmen could also find their suits and tux. It could be a one-stop shop for the wedding party. But not everyone was happy. Actually, many loyal customers were disappointed with the new styles they were presented with. Many thought that Drexler had gone too far, and this actually showed in the numbers. The net income had declined in 2011. In 2011, J. Crew was acquired by TPG Capital for $3.1 billion. This also included a $1.6 billion they had in debt. I'm going to give you a brief history of the apparel industry. The women's apparel industry is a $42 billion industry. There are 29,000 different businesses. They are estimated in 2018 to have a 3.6% growth rate. This could result in a $50 billion industry by the end of 2018. A little history. So a recession hit in 2008, and the industry took a very large hit. Profitability fell by 3.1%. The recession, along with the rising prices of cotton, hindered the apparel industry. With the increased price of cotton, it became essential for retailers to manage their purchases and overhead costs. 78% of cotton was now being imported from China and Vietnam. The apparel industry was highly dependent on women ages 20 to 64. Although women between 20 and 39 had more disposable income, all apparel firms knew that they had to be on the forefront of fashion trends to stay relevant. In 2014, they came up with a new strategy. The main channels they used to reach their customers was through retail and direct sales. The retail stores actually accounted for 60% of the company's revenue. With that said, J. Crew worked on their brand's image. They stayed creative by having a consistent message throughout their stores, websites, and catalogs. Senior management was also highly involved in all processes of production. J. Crew has 265 retail stores and 121 factory stores. The first factory store was launched in 1988. In 1989, the first retail store in Manhattan had opened. There it gained a very loyal following. In 2014, a third store in London had opened and 2 new stores in Hong Kong. While there was a lot of success of the retail stores, J. Crew has some rivals and some competition. The women's apparel industry is very competitive. Companies have to compete in marketing, product availability, design, price, quality, just to name a few. Firms have to work hard to establish their brand names. There is high competition. The top 4 largest players hold about 20% of all women's apparel revenues. In 2013, top 4 largest players hold about 20% of all women's apparel revenues. They are the Ascena Retail Group, Anne Incorporated, Forever 21, and H&M. The continued challenges J. Crew has